Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. Today, we're shifting gears to discuss the speed bumps on the road to electric vehicle adoption. EVs seem to have hit a red light. Consumers are hesitant, governments are pumping the brakes on electrification plans, and automakers are hitting pause on their EV projects to conserve capital. Consequently, dealerships are left with a surplus of EVs they can't sell. Here are the top 7 reasons why. Reason number 7. Buyers just don't want EVs. The EV market is at a crossroads. Despite a surge in sales, the dream of universal EV adoption by 2030 is stalling. Potential EV buyers demand fast charging, long driving range, and affordable pricing, a trifecta currently only met by the Hyundai Ioniq 6 SE RWD long range. EV sales in the US have grown since 2016, but the growth rate has slowed. Tesla, the market leader, recently reported its lowest quarterly profitability in 2 years. In the UK, the planned ban on gasoline vehicles has been postponed from 2030 to 2035. Major players like General Motors and Ford have also scaled back their EV plans. From the consumer's perspective, EVs face 3 main challenges: high price tags, inadequate charging infrastructure, and the perception of EVs as an addition rather than a replacement for gas cars. Reason number 6. Chinese EV makers face EU probe. The European Commission has expressed concerns over Chinese EV manufacturers BYD, SAIC, and Geely's lack of cooperation in an investigation into state subsidies. The Commission warned that this could lead to stiffer EU fines. The probe, initiated by European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, is part of Brussels' efforts to curb the growing influence of Chinese green tech manufacturers. Trade Commissioner Valdis Dombrovskis stated that the investigation is progressing and is expected to conclude before the summer break. This comes just before Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to France. In response, Beijing has initiated an anti-dumping investigation into European brandy imports. Analysts at Rhodium Group suggest that even if the EU imposes import tariffs of 15 to 30%, Chinese EV manufacturers would remain profitable. To significantly impact them, tariffs would need to be as high as 50%. Reason number 5. EVs, no longer hot sellers. Initially, dealers were eager to sell EVs to early adopters. High demand and supply chain issues allowed dealers to sell EVs at substantial markups. However, the demand for EVs has since cooled. The early adopter phase has ended, and the middle class is not yet ready to embrace EVs due to their cost and convenience compared to ICE cars. The EV market has seen a shift from high demand and low supply to the opposite. Year-over-year results show an 8% decline in EVs, while production has reportedly increased by over 500%. The oversupply of EVs has led to an increase in market day supply, trapping dealers' capital for months. Many dealers have expressed their reluctance to continue participating in the electrification process. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Reason number 4. Shrinking profit margins. EVs, once a lucrative venture for dealers due to high demand and low supply, are now a challenge. Dealers used to enjoy hefty markups on popular models, leading to high profit margins despite lower sales volumes. However, with the current market oversupply and dwindling demand, such markups are a thing of the past. Manufacturers and dealers are now in a race to clear their current EV inventory. Tesla has escalated a price war with a recent $2,000 price cut, forcing other car makers to follow suit. A notable example is Ford, which offered substantial discounts on the F-150 Lightning earlier this year, slashing prices by $7,000 to $15,000. In this climate, dealers can't rely on markups. Their profit margins are so thin that some are even foregoing profits entirely, aiming just to clear their lots of EVs. Given the current market day supply situation, this strategy is hardly surprising. Reason number 3. The burden of big EV investments. Selling electric vehicles requires dealerships to meet certain manufacturer-set criteria, including installing charging infrastructure and training staff. These requirements often involve significant investments. However, with the current state of the EV market, many dealers are reluctant to make such large investments. Ford's situation is indicative of the broader market. Initially, 2/3 of Ford dealers nationwide agreed to participate in the electrification program. By late 2023, this number had dropped to 1/3. With the Mustang Mach-E currently at a 5-month market day supply and the F-150 Lightning being produced at just 1/3 of its capacity, it's clear that dealers are hesitant to invest in EV programs. GM is facing similar challenges. The company is still losing money and has had to postpone major EV investments. It also requires dealers to make substantial investments to sell electric cars. For example, Buick dealers were required to invest $400,000 into the EV program, even though Buick doesn't currently sell electric cars. Unsurprisingly, half of Buick dealers chose a buyout program over EV investment. GM hasn't started issuing ultimatums yet, but it's putting pressure on dealers who are resisting. Dealers know what buyers want, and right now they see no reason to push EVs and sacrifice the steady profit made on ICE cars. Reason number 2, the high effort of selling EVs. Electric vehicles are proving to be a hard sell, with slower than expected sales rates. This isn't just about moving inventory, but also the increased effort required by salespeople. The buying process for EVs is more complex than for traditional cars. Potential EV buyers, unfamiliar with the technology, often require multiple dealership visits before making a purchase. This increased time investment can be frustrating for salespeople who work on commission. As a result, some salespeople resort to tactics to steer customers back towards gas-powered cars, including providing misleading information about EV charging, range, and highway speed. This is happening frequently, leading to salespeople investing significantly more time to earn the same commission. In essence, they are working 3/4 of their time for free when selling EVs. This has led to a situation where salespeople are using various tactics to dissuade potential customers from EVs and steer them back towards traditional gas-powered cars. Reason number 1, the missing maintenance money. While car sales generate revenue for dealerships, the real money spinner is often maintenance and repair services. However, with EVs requiring less regular maintenance than gas-powered cars, dealerships are finding their profits squeezed. The nature of EV repairs, often related to software and electronics, presents another challenge. Dealership staff may lack the necessary training to handle these issues, leading to broken EVs occupying valuable lot space for weeks awaiting manufacturer feedback. In practice, EVs reportedly cause 80% more problems than gas-powered cars, according to a recent Consumer Reports survey. This, coupled with the time-consuming nature of EV repairs, means dealerships often have their lots filled with broken cars waiting to be fixed. This is far from ideal for their business operations. Thank you for tuning in to Piston Pundit. Don't forget to subscribe for more vehicle updates and insights. See you next time.